Hello everyone, welcome back to another KSP video, and today we are going to be going over the insane plan the Soviet Union once had to colonize Mars with this just ridiculous rocket. Soviet Union had a lot of ideas, didn't they? But, no money and like breadlines and stuff, but hey, you can keep dreaming, right? So we are going to be firing up just all the engines on the, I don't even remember how many engines it is. Just this rocket is ridiculous. This is the EUR Universal Rocket at 700M, and I believe the M stands for Mars. This thing is like the biggest, most ridiculous rocket anyone has ever thought of. It is just insane. This thing it's kind of understandable why they wouldn't make this. This thing is bigger than the Sea Dragon, if you know what that is. This thing is just ridiculous, and if you're looking at it, like, it just looks so Russian, doesn't it? And now we're just staging away those 6 side boosters, which look actually pretty cool as they stage away. And then we can continue on with our center core. After the center core, there's another upper stage. Well, obviously there's an upper stage, but that one has another 6 radially mounted boosters. So there are 12 boosters that are sitting on the side of this thing at launch. So then after this first stage depletes, then we're going to go to the upper stage with those boosters. And then the boosters are staged away, then there'll be another core stage, and there goes that bottom core stage. And then there's going to be a third stage after that. This thing, it has all the stages, all the engines, all the Soviet engineering, the superior. No, not even. Someone told me my Russian accent sounded like it was Scottish. Sounds about right. This thing will be capable of, in theory, launching a 700, and there goes the boosters, rather, the 750 tons into low Earth orbit, and there goes that other. So now we're in the skipper stage, which is the final stage, by the way. 750 tons, which is about 7 times the mass capabilities of the Saturn V. So this thing is just huge. And what they proposed to do with it was to launch the MK700 Mars just thing. It's like a space station and a lander with it all in one. This thing, you'll see here, it's launched in 2 payloads. So this is the nuclear stage, which will get us out to Duna and KSP, and then there'll be another stage, which is another portion, which is the command module area kind of thing, which we'll be launching right about now. There it goes. So this is a lot bigger, obviously, this payload, but it actually weighs quite a bit less because it doesn't have a lot of fuel. It just has a bunch of storage areas, some internal stuff, and a return module. So the way the MK700, which I'm pretty sure stands for Marscraft, maybe, but either way, we're just getting it into the air now as it gets its way out. We're launching from the Boomerang Launch site, by the way, just because why not? This thing, as you can tell, this rocket is just absolutely massive, and it has all the Delta V. So I tried to fly this mission as inefficiently as possible because it's a little overbuilt. So I'm launching at these like weird inclinations and stuff. So, why not? This is Russia. So this part of the MK700 has, and there goes staging away the boosters again. It can actually create quite a mess of Sepatrons down there if you're not careful, which happened there. And this part of the MK700 has actually 3 portions to it. It has the bottommost portion, which is the payload bay, which has the lander for Mars, and also has a rover. And then the middle section is an interior section with crew habitation, basically the space station part of it. And here, as you can see, there's some like stuff firing, and it's like something coming out of the craft, which I don't really figure out what it is until I realize that I actually been firing my nuclear engines in there, but unimportant. Probably would have done that in Russia. So yeah, like I said, the middle section is kind of crew habitation, science stuff, basically what you'd expect a space station to have, and then the top area is a return module, actually, which is how they actually detach that, and then they fly it back to Earth. And just kind of return. There is very little information. I'm trying to investigate the problem. Very little information about this thing, about the UR700M and the MK700. So we just I took a few design liberties, or a few design liberties were taken to kind of make this thing a little more, try and guess what it's like. But we're in space, by the way, guys. Welcome to space, and we can get ready to do our rendezvous and docking with our mothership or our transfer stage, basically. The whole thing actually is part of the spacecraft, so the nuclear engines that won't detach. So this is it. Welcome. I'm trying to switch up the music a little bit. I don't know if this is better. I'm trying to do like all classical music, because why not for this video? Because you know what? Russia, 70s, it just kind of fits, doesn't it? People had weird ideas that didn't work and were really stupid, but it just feels like space, doesn't it, this thing? Here we are getting ready to do our rendezvous with hopefully the nights. I don't know if it's a problem, but on nighttime, my videos always look really garbage, so we'll see if it doesn't this time. Let's see if I'm doing something wrong with the render, but it takes a while to do the docking, so I'll just cross it over until we get close to the docking. While that is happening, I would like to say, you guys, thank you for like 600 subs. I got like 400 subs like 3 weeks ago, so crazy growth, guys. You guys are nuts. I just want to take a few seconds out to say thank you very much for the support, and if you want to subscribe or like or comment, those are all things you can do if you're interested in helping the algorithm and stuff like that. Channel grow. I'd really appreciate it if you do. And one last plug, Discord, if you want, in the link in the description. It's actually quite fun, the Discord. We have quite a few active people. Coming up on, we have like almost 80 people, I think. I really want to get to 100 soon, so if anyone is interested in joining the Discord, it's actually pretty fun. We do challenges and stuff, so that will be all nice and dandy if you're interested in that. But enough about me, because we are getting ready to get the two craft docked together, and that will fully complete the MK700 spacecraft. There is literally one picture of this thing that I can find, and it's not even a picture, it's like a design diagram. It's just horrible, and that's what we had to go off, and there were a few articles you could read, and so yeah, not a whole lot of info about this thing. And the Delta V thing is actually completely screwed up, as you can see in Kerbal. So I have to use Kerbal Engineer Redux, its mod. It actually can tell me how long my burn is, so I can actually have a reasonable time to start my burn, because KSP is not being very helpful. And then I'm not like cheating or anything, like, you know, I have enough fuel. It's just being weird. It's glitching out. I don't know if you ever use KSP, but it's not exactly the most polished game ever. So just doing our Trans-Martian or Duna injection burn, which will get us out to, well, you guessed it, Duna. Planning our correction burn now, as we blissfully trying to think of more interesting words, because apparently I say too many times. I don't think I did that too many times this video, right? That was unintentional, but I'm trying to not say my word. I can't even speak right now. I'm trying not to repeat a bunch of words for these commentaries, and I hope the mic quality is better. Like, my mic quality was really great for a little bit, and then it just went to complete trash. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know, maybe I'm like too close to the mic. Maybe I'm talking too loud, or I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I think it should be better this time. I did a little bit of testing actually this time. What a new concept, right? But either way, we're coming up on Duna now, so if there's any problem, let me know. Any suggestions, anything. Actually, we have a suggestion page on Discord that join the Discord. Also, Astronomer's Visual Pack, if you don't have it and your PC can handle it, totally get it. This thing, it looks really good. Aside from the background stars and stuff, I'm a little bit on edge about that, but the rest of it, 10 out of 10. Look at the surfaces of planets especially, it's just out of this world. So if you're interested in a good mod, that one is it. An annoying part about it is when you're in the map screen and you kind of zoom in on planets, it always stutters for a few seconds as it loads in its textures. So that's a bit of a disappointment, but it's livable. We did our capture burn. We started to get in a very eccentric orbit. Yeah, eccentric, right? That's ovally. I always get it inclined in eccentricity. I always get screwed up. I shouldn't know. Easy stuff. I have over 2,000 hours in KSP. I should know. Yeah. So we're just doing that so we can do our plane change at our APWAPs, which is more efficient if you're further away from a celestial body. It's more efficient to do plane changes there. But anyway, we are circularized now, or circularized-ish, and now we can get rid of the payload fairing. This is where some design liberties were taken. We have no idea what this would have looked like in real life, so we're going to say, maybe this. This probably would not have all been what it looked like, but it's really the easiest way to get the lander detached. And right now, I'm just going to EVA a Kerbal. I'm going to show off the inside of the craft just before we do our landing on Duna, just because, hey, there's an interior that my friend made for me, so nice of him to do that. And this is, let me know what you think. Rate his interior. I think it is a poop. 1 out of 10. Complete fail. I'm just kidding. It's pretty good. I do switch the camera here in a second because this angle is kind of bad. But yeah, we just have just an interior of what's going on in here. Of the thing. You can't really walk around. You have to use the VA pack because, it's technically still like space and stuff. But Kerbal's enjoying himself as he just kind of looks at all the science equipment and some of the, windows for, I don't know, whatever command, sleepy station, whatever they're doing in there. I'm going to switching the camera around. I have a little bit of a floor that you can walk around. We can't really walk, like I said, but, you can dream. I have a dream. I did have a dream last night. I don't remember it, though. Some people say you have dreams every night, and you just don't remember them. So that's kind of interesting. Actually, I haven't remembered a dream that I've had in a long time. I don't know, maybe I don't dream. I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking about dreams right now. Dream is the name of a YouTuber. Very successful YouTuber. I would like to be like Dream. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about nonsense and get back to talking about the video because this Kerbal is just about to get back on board, and then we can land our lander back or onto the surface of Duna. It's actually unclear what the Soviets' plans really were past this, besides like landers and rovers. It's unclear if they had more plans to like build bases or anything, but they have an orbital colony basically. So like it would make sense if they were to like bring more of these MK700s out, maybe, but you really have one, and that's like your command station thing. But either way, we are going to start our re-entry, or our entry. They're not really re-entry. Very easy. Just gonna use drogue chutes to slow us down, and then parachutes to slow us the rest of the way down onto the surface. I'm actually unfortunately not going to, well, let's talk about this first. So we're gonna be doing a landing. That surface just looks incredible, doesn't it? Get astronomers. I think this is astronomers, but either way, welcome to the surface, and then we can get ready to EVA Kerbal, and he'll just walk around for a bit. Unfortunately, we're not going to bring the rover down just because I may have accidentally forgot to put a parachute on it, so it wouldn't actually be able to land. But that's unimportant. Just flying around, looking at the surface, and just having a jolly old time in KSP, finding a rock. And, a lot of these surface features you can, like, go inside of. So I'm like, that's cool. What if we did, like, a hide and seek? I was just getting stuff in my mind. So if you're on the Discord, hit me up if you want to do a hide and seek. I probably need a few more people so we can get, like, maybe 10 people in a multiplayer server on KSP, which does exist, by the way. It's kind of buggy, but there's ways to do it. And we can do a hide and seek. That'd be a fun video, right, guys? I don't know. Maybe. Let me know. But that's going to conclude our surface activities, and then we can reboard our Kerbal and get ready to get back into the sky and head out to orbit once again, and we can redock with the MK700 craft as we fire up the lander. We have the lander is a completely original design. We have literally no idea what the lander looks like, so this is a complete guess as to what the lander would look like. For all we know, it could be like some giant tank that lands and, like, I don't know, attacks all the aliens on Duna. Who knows? Or on Mars, because this is, real life. Ever since I started playing KSP, I got Mars. I keep calling, like, Moon and Mars Duna and Jupiter Jewel, and I'm sure a lot of people do that. I've heard Malcolm do that a few times, but here we are, just getting ready to dock back up with the mothership. A little bit tricky to do this dock because you have to kind of fit in that little docking port, but using a little bit of a loud lazy method in a second, you'll see we can get it done. You can pretty much do anything with the loud lazy method of docking. And ignore those struts, by the way. I have no idea what happened. Something wrong with the lander, or not the lander, the rover, but either way, docking it together, and then we can get ready to head on back to Kerbin with the return module. And I don't know why the sun is blue there, but it wants to. Spoiler alert, returning does not go as planned, so stay tuned in like a minute to see that. So there we go, dock back up, and now we can get ready to detach the return module. And so we're going to have to do, they have a little bit of a tiny little decoupler hidden in there, and then I have to hit, it's actually pretty hard to find, and I have like, my staging window is such a mess, so I just have to find it like this and hit decouple, and then we can hit decouple, and ooh, that is not good. So I turn cheats on, and like, oh, maybe I can like cheat my way. No, that is just not good. well, what are we gonna do about that? Eventually, I got it to kind of get into this weird state with cheats on, and it's like kind of clipped in. So I'm like, ooh, this is progress. So I'm like, I try to hit it into time warp, and I get it into time warp, right? And then as soon as I exit time warp, here's where things really go crazy. So I try and get a time warp, like maybe that'll work, and then I exit time warp. What am I doing with life? Look at it! Look at it go! Oh my gosh! Look at that! It's just a straight line. It is just a straight line into infinity. That this thing. So I think my Mars colony is pretty much done. This thing is just flying off into oblivion. This is the mothership, by the way. If you kind of got, it's just completely spaghettified and just crack and drived itself out into oblivion. Look, it just, it's just, you can't even see it. And we like, look at it, look at them. Kerbal's not really having a good time. Somehow they're alive. Well, they can't die because I have all the cheats on. I think this only works if I have the cheats on. If it doesn't, they just blow up. But I think I've discovered something. We exit Duna's sphere of influence in like a minute in real time. And then I looked at the nodes, and it was like 10 days I would have went into interstellar space. Like, we were going like 500,000 meters a second. So we're just going to let that go bye-bye. And we can return and see, look, we sacrificed that thing, and now we can return our Kerbals, right? And we can return the command module. See, this works, but I have no Kerbals in there.